Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome everybody for the one, the only, the favorite Saturday! Welcome in, folks. Welcome in. How you doing? Welcome to Saturday. It's good days. We love Saturdays. Hi, and hello. We are back. It is Saturday, right? Yeah, it is Saturday. So we're back for a good day, a lovely day, a day of, you might have guessed it, some Star Citizen. Believe it or not. Wow, so crazy. You know, I need to get back to. I need to have another Elite Dangerous day here soon because I miss the game kind of. I miss it a little bit. That cinematic feel, that nice audio. How you doing, everybody? Good to see you. My chat is not on the correct screen. Let me switch this up real quick. Man, I love Saturdays. You guys like Saturdays? If you don't actually like Saturdays, I need to know what your favorite day is, because I can't be here celebrating days that you guys don't actually like, okay? If you're not into Saturdays, Wednesdays, Mondays, and Fridays, then we can... Toes. We can do something else. Move the camera. Well, it's just because I'm in the center of the camera like this, yeah. If I move it over here, I'm not in the center anymore. All right. Well, here's our new view. And let's see what happens if I... Oh, yeah. Off the side of the screen. Maybe I can move that. Let's see. Nope. That doesn't work. No. That doesn't work either. Now I've messed everything up. Alright, yeah, we'll have to keep the camera there until later. But welcome in, everybody. How you doing? Good to see ya. My friends. Thocky, AAK. The holding it down today. Getting us started off in the early chat. Hello, YouTube. Welcome in, guys. YouTube's getting a slow start. Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Come on. We out here. You're still good. Twitch has nothing on you guys, okay? I'm trying to look out for you guys, man. YouTube. I hope you're having a good day. Even if it's not happening in the chat, I hope everybody's having a lovely weekend. Cause it's finally getting kind of hot. It's weird. It was getting hot here, and now it rained for some reason. And if you know how we do things out here, it's not raining. That's for sure. PK, good to see you in the chat, dude. Leaf, my man, how are you doing? How's your day going? Pedro, okay, there we go. I see you. Pedro, beat depression. Calrissian, Revolution, Peak. Welcome in. Tyrus, good to see you, dude. Are you guys pirating? We're pirating the pirates. We're gonna, oh, awkward. We are going to take on the folks who are taking on the other folks. We're gonna go find our criminals. We're gonna disable them peacefully, but also violently. We're gonna board them, steal their cargo, take it for our own, and sell it for goods. Well, by goods I mean money. By money I mean booty. By booty I mean money. So if you would like to join us, well, it's a little bit late for this one because this is a mission. You do need to be there at the start, which is in about 50 minutes. But if you ever want to get involved in these kinds of missions, hang out, check it out, watch how we play, and see if you like to join GII. Hashtag join GII. What's up? It's in the chat. You see it. That means it must be true. And you can skip ahead if you're watching this as a stream on YouTube. I still got, like I said, about an hour before we get started. So I'm just kind of getting my own character prepped right now and getting back to the starting location. If you want to jump straight to the action, feel free to do so. There we go. Hashtag join GII and hashtag Tyrus. What do you call a pirate that pirate's a pirate? A pirating pirate. Pirater.
Justice.
Sweet justice. I call that justice. Alright, as long as everything that has been earned in game is stored, I'm just not gonna take them out. Stored at Port Tressler. We good. I do need a ship though. I need a weapon. I don't really have anything that I like to fly over there. I really want my spirit everywhere I go. If it could just follow me around, that'd be great. I am so strandito. I'm gonna take an Aurora. No, that's not gonna get me across the system. Jeez. My C1 is still stored. It's not like it's destroyed. I guess I could just wait for my MSR. It's destroyed anyways. Busy Saturday. Hope yours has started well. You're busy man today, Leaf, huh? Finishing editing a video of mine and gotta watch party some RLCS. Then keep on keeping on your vid. Ah, yeah. Good old gameplay stuff. Getting set up in the game yourself for the event. See you in an hour. See you there. I gotta get some armor. That's what I need. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Any idea when 4011 will hit live? To be quite honest, I think they're aiming for next week. But people are also saying that they're not going to release it until right before Invictus. I'm not sure if that's something that they've said. Oh, wow. I forgot we had so much loot here. All right, I got to go, like, sell all these, huh? Ah, man. I'm going to lose all this stuff. They're all grade B military components, too. I could actually make use of this. NDB. Yeah, I think this is all just like salvage and loot. It was hinted at by Jared and SCL. I see. Interesting. I would have thought that they'd try to get it out earlier than that. Put out 411, do a hot fix a week later, and then drop in the Invictus Week stuff 2 weeks after that. Interesting choice for them. But you know what? CIG does interesting things, and I'm sure they've got their reasons. Right, from the CZ run. The loot. Usually, so I need to get my ships out here to get them. I hope we can get a simplified version of ship customization soon. You like the Polaris changes? Yeah, I've seen people freaking out about that. There was like a screenshot floating around. They, what, the Polaris got slower? Right? I really want to get the Polaris out in a red level pyro mission, to get a sense of what it feels like in an actual battle. Take some home sometime. Yeah, I guess I could actually do that right now. Now would be a great time to do that. I've got some time. We've got an MSR ready to go. Do I have a tractor beam? I do. Let's take some of these components back with us. Yay! Uh-oh. Ship's not actually here yet. I don't actually have a hangar here. Because I don't pay the fees. I'm not paying pyro wages or pyro prices for this kind of stuff. I got a family to feed. Wait for a patch and it will consolidate if they stay. Right, that's the scary part. If they stay. Haven't tried 411 yet. Anyone got word on stability? It's Star Citizen. Still. Man, the MSR takes a while, huh? I'm gonna run a lap. Oh, wait. Thank you for letting me know where my Avenger Stalker is. Great. Shoot a link over to a mod, and they'll post it. But I've seen the videos of it. I saw it over on Reddit. Well, I saw the screenshot. I saw the video in the background. And then I saw that they changed the cannon firing animation. It's a weird animation, but it feels cooler than just sitting still firing. No, I'm in the live game. Haven't tried 4.0 yet. Really want it to be polished. 4.0? Well, you can't try 4.0 anymore, huh? Haha. Ha ha ha. Where's my... Hey. What'd I even come here for? Why are we here? Why do I have two multi-tools on? Okay, I do have a pistol. But I don't have pistol ammo. That's why we're here. Dual wield multi-tools like needlers. Oh man. You know, the further I move away from Halo, yes, that's right. 19 minutes, first Halo mention. The further I move away from that game, the more and more I love the Needler. What a unique gun that was. Halo was like my first main shooter, so I thought all shooters were that creative. And then my next main shooter was like Resistance Fall of Man, which is Insomniac. They always make cool guns. You move on from there and it's just like, okay, guns aren't really all that exciting anymore. Were you gonna mention Resistance as a good game for that? Yeah, man, Resistance and Ratchet and Clank were regulars. What a great game, dude. What a great series of games. I really miss those narrative single player shooters we were getting like that. Half-Life, Halo. There were like actually several in the 2000s that I just can't think of the name of, but I can think of their like the box art. One of them was, I think you played with time, maybe? You had this guy with like this buzz cut. Very blue themed. Can't remember what that was called. So many good games. Sorry, I'm doing my old man bit again. Back in my day, the games were so good. Yeah. This year is actually amazing for gaming. Unfortunately, it is my It is our least prolific game time. We're still actually working through Split Fiction. But I am so excited for all the games that have come out in the last couple months. I've got like a huge list of a huge backlog already. And like I'm hearing some smaller games that, you know, toes. People have known about, but for a large part, many people did not know. Exceeds lift capacity. What? How does that make sense? What do you mean exceeds lift capacity? Oh, that's fine. I'm hearing that there are like some small games that are coming out that are really impressing too. Good for the industry. It's weird that like we can have so much success going on in the gaming industry, and yet people are getting laid off and companies are getting closed, and like it looks from another angle like it's just a terrible time. Time Splitter? No, I don't think that was it. I do remember that one. Been putting your PS5 Pro through its paces with Oblivion. I've not played Oblivion yet. I mean, I haven't even touched Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 yet. I've got progress to make, but yeah, the Oblivion stuff is looking and sounded real nice. Is it true that Pedro Pascal is doing a Dead Space show? I don't know, but like, of course it'll be Pedro Pascal. Ow! What? Okay. We have, as humans, have this real weird way of like finding somebody who did good at something and then having them do everything else after that. I love Pedro, man. Great actor. Good energy. Real funny. But there's other talent. That being said, he would make for a good Isaac Clarke. He's used to having his face covered up. Didn't really look like him though. Does he look like him? He doesn't really look like him, right? I don't know, I'm thinking of low poly Isaac Clarke, which is still pretty nice. That's like 2010. Right, Claire Obscure, yeah. And then there's another one that I'm hearing a lot about, Blueprints. Hope we don't get too much of a good thing with Pedro. Some people already have. There's definitely a growing, we've seen enough Pedro movement, and I'm not saying I'm part of that or anything. I do actually get quite surprised at how many roles he's getting. Which is kind of like a thing that happens in the film industry, right? It's not just roles, I guess. It's roles in specific types of movies or very different types of movies. Blockbusters. Okay, I'm just gonna grab my LH86 ammo as well from the inventory, and then we're gonna get going. Zimba! What up? This is mine. Thank you. And we're gone. Yeah, it's supposed to be pronounced like blueprints rather than blueprints. Or at least that's supposed to be the whole thing. Sometimes a game made into a show doesn't need the added hype of Pedro Pascal being casted. I don't know, man. Pedro as Master Chief? Uh-oh. Why'd I freeze? Weird. Okay. What's another TV show that from a video game that Pedro Pascal is gonna get cast for? Resident Evil? Zimba scratching that SCH VAU. Thanks for joining us for that. 2 days left at work. Then you're back in the verse. Did your work take you away from your computer? Yeah, there'll be a rework of the Star Runner. Not a full one, I don't think. But I do think they have a lot of work to do on it to bring it up to speed. I don't think that's going to happen for years, though. Unfortunately. As much as I would like it to. Man, I wish it was easier to do this by eyesight, but I'm thinking we're gonna have to go to the star map. Star map it is! Man, Pyro 4. No, this isn't even Pyro 4, is it? Yeah, it looks like Pyro 4. Where are we? No, this is Bloom. Yeah. Just freaking all the planets in Pyro just look beautiful, dude. Absolutely gorgeous. No, they have not said there's a rework of the MSR. And just to be clear, when I say rework, I mean like getting everything up to the current metrics. I don't mean like they're going to redo the ship. They haven't confirmed that, but it is a must. Every ship has to go through some level of rework at this point. Not every ship. And they put the fuses on here, right? So they are preparing for engineering. But this ship, let's see. This whole segment's probably going to get redone because they don't know how data running is going to look. This room's probably going to get redone because it wastes so much space. I do think it is possible that we see some changes to the tunnels. Not really sure if they plan on sticking with this. I think the philosophy behind the way they design ships have changed quite a bit since this. And I don't think that they're making a game where they're going to consider this to be all that important anymore. So this might go away. These tunnels might disappear. They might get minimized into something else. But at the very least, we will see the top side change with some level of, you know, light switches and door switches and metrics and shaders and all that stuff. Don't think they will add an extra door so the safety hazard isn't as bad. Oh, I hope so. But that I can't say I expect. I certainly hope they put a little elevator right here. Or a docking collar or something. But who knows? Hey, what's up, Lord Skip? You at the airport again, dude? Can you stop? Engineering is what will get you back into the game. How many of you are excited for engineering? You hope the Caterpillar gets a gold standard pass. It's hard to know when a ship should get a gold standard pass. If I were the Caterpillar, I'd want it after engineering. But then what if that means you need another gold standard pass after Maelstrom comes in? Or is Maelstrom going to be like engineering in that it is being updated in the background right now? Because I do believe they're working on getting the ships going for engineering. It's just that it's taking a while to do all the ships. You think he lives at airports at this moment? It's either in his car at airports, this guy. Isn't engineering going to just add a bunch of manual work and getting out of the pilot seat? No, not necessarily. Depends on how you take care of your ship. But engineering is more the ability to keep your ship up to speed without having to go back to a space station to do it. Engineering is the in-ship realization of the resource network. The resource network exists because everything needs to be tied into the power system. So for ships, that manifests itself through the use of your components and how those components receive power. This is a system that already exists in the game. It's called the pipe system, and it's why we can see the power management over here. It's why you can see the heat that your components create. It's why your opponents can receive power. The thing is that we can't really adjust this system right now. So what's being added is the ability for components to receive damage, but also for us to be able to adjust that system so that when you do get shot up and your thruster gets destroyed and your ship's telling you got torque imbalance, you can tell your ship, hey, stop putting power towards that thruster and save it for another one so we can get back faster. Or when you take enough damage to your shields that they shut down and you're out in the middle of Pyro with nowhere really to repair, instead of flying all the way back to this Pyro Gateway space station, you can just repair your shield module. Now, there is the added consequence of like the fact that you will need to physically walk to your shield module to do that, but that's a benefit. Not really a consequence. It's only a consequence if you don't take care of your ship and then you let it break down all the time while you're flying it. Not saying that people should be excited about that, just to like maybe reframe a little bit of the way we look at this feature. The sooner you do a gold pass, the less work it'll take to do the next pass. Yeah, but like there still has to be a next pass. Do we know what the plan for the next few patches are? Not at all. Nope. Caterpillar is so old it can use it the most, so on the whole older ships first, then the work its way to the newer ones and cycle back. I do think the Caterpillar deserves one. There is a lot of talk around Star Citizen dying and them not focusing on the right things. Do you think the game is falling apart? No. There's always talk around this game dying. We know it's all about game stability this year. Not stability, playability. Playability includes stability, but it also includes content. Which is why we are seeing content as well and not just fixes and stuff. Thank you for subbing up for 10 months on the channel, my friend. One of our oldest and most regular of droppers in. Thanks for coming by, man. Thank you. It's fun to try and fly this while looking away from the screen. I'm gonna crash, I know it. Lurker. Lurkin'. Always enjoy seeing your name in chat though, dude. Appreciate you. The game's new player accounts and funding is an upward trend from last year. It's not dying. I mean, I think I've heard Star Citizen is dying almost every year since I started following. Or started following closely. I know there was the whole joke about 90 days back in like 2016. And then as Squadron got delayed, it was like, okay, Star Citizen's gonna die. And then it got to, man, should I go all the way back to ArcCorp right now? Nah, I don't want to go to that side of the system. Oh, I actually might need to. Yeah, I'm gonna need to. Let's go back to at least by Genie, I think, is where we're gonna need to get some equipment before we go. Then, like, you know, every time there's like a content drought or a feature drought or a patch takes forever, 3.18 comes out, the game's unstable, it's gonna die. Server meshing is taking a while, it's gonna die. Last summer, people said master modes is gonna kill the game, it's gonna die. There's less people playing right now, it's gonna die. Now they're focusing on stability, it's gonna die. Now they're focusing on features, it's gonna die. It's always gonna die. What is dead may never die though, you know? An old man once said. He died though. That guy died. The guy who said what is dead may never die. Like, what? Didn't their whole family die?
He didn't die. He lives on.
No, that guy was crazy. That was, what's his name? Theon Greyjoy's dad. That man was a mess. Or no, not Theon Greyjoy. Yeah, Theon Greyjoy. Yeah, that was the Greyjoys thing, right? Or do they talk about water? Yeah, Balon, there it is. That's his name, Balon. That's actually a pretty cool name. Hey, Joseph, how you doing? Top of the afternoon to you, top of the morning to you. Ooh. Quantum travel music. Do they plan on creating new ships forever? I think they'll stop at some point. I think they'll make new ships as long as they possibly can. I would hope it slows down. It will slow down from this. This is insane. The pace that they have right now is freaking nuts. And not sustainable. I think this is the, we got to keep things going until Squadron comes out pace. Do you know when they will add the new quantum jump effects? Oh my gosh, I wish I did. I want new quantum travel effects, dude. I hate quantum travel now. It's slowly becoming one of the most painful things in this game. Can't wait for localized missions. You can start your hardcore off the grid grind. Dude, I am, yeah, I'm really excited to have the ability to run more missions in an area and not have to fly back to everywhere all the time. Does the money stop when they stop making ships, though? No. By then, no. Right now, they make a lot of money from their ships. And I also think, you know, they can still sell old ships. All right, we're gonna turn this in all the way back at Area 18. We're just gonna be good upstanding citizens. We're doing a full physical delivery of our own components to our own hangar, which, guys, I think this might be the first time in Star Citizen I've actually put enough effort into moving things around to do this. Big shout out to GII for running through the contested zones with me for this one. And we got ships and we got components. And I fly those ships, and now we are taking good care of those components. Because they mean a lot. GII earned. Taking the shells 40% off the Polaris. I do not know what you mean. Alright, what's going on with my camera today? Why does it keep freezing?
Quantum travel complete.
Boom, boom, boom. Hope they don't do a soft comp wipe in 411. Well, we'll see. I mean, even if they're not wiping the stuff, it sounds like it disappears on its own sometimes. So I'm not gonna rage if it's not there anymore. Hope it is. We'll see though. Shields. Taking the shields 40% off the play. Is that what happened? Are you telling me that? Is that an update to the Polaris? They've removed 40% of the shield power? Or is that just like what people are talking about? You just want some nice gameplay, more missions. The things that turn you off from playing is a lot of having to travel so much for one mission. Yeah, it's awful, dude. We need more planetary play. I love that their goal is to make enough missions around a planet that you don't have to leave, but that has been a pipe dream for so many years now that I would like to just see it start happening, you know? I see, went from 930 to 500. It's very interesting the way that they're doing these balance passes. And yeah, see, no, my computer, why does my camera keep freezing? It's not running on the internet. I don't know why it's doing this. Man, I really fucking hate this camera. Sorry, Mrs. Tomato is throwing things around the room. Huh? Did I only have 4? I thought I had 5 components. They just need to put filters on the missions. I mean, we need more missions for sure. We need more missions, but filters would really help. 890 jump has double the shields in the Polaris and is more agile. And I'm guessing what they're doing to the Polaris isn't permanent. They're probably trying things out just to see how the gameplay reacts to it. I think it's a weird thing to do right now, though, because there's not really many situations you can legitimately test a Polaris. So, like, what's good is the data you're getting anyways. Remember when server meshing was all SC needed? I don't think that was ever the case. Well, barring what Chris likes to say. I don't think anybody in the last several years would say that's all it needed, but it was a big freaking step to be able to do what's needed, that's for sure. All right, time to get some real armor. Real big boy armor. The way that Star Citizen is going, and you're gonna need a shotgun to open up a ship. Yeah, especially if we never get hacking. It'll just always be gunfire. That was the narrative. Take of it what you will. In my own videos, I like to make sure to say that server meshing is not all that was needed, but I guess it depends on where you get the info. The Jesus tech. Unfortunately, it was Jesus on the first coming, not the second. So, this is old school Jesus. Old school Jesus tech.
It takes all of us.
Might actually have armor here already.
Safe and secure. Be vigilant and report possible threats.
Oh, look at that. We do. Okay. Just need the red shift. There we go. Beautiful.
Hello, and welcome to Riker Memorial Spaceport, servicing the greater Area 18 metropolitan area. We hope you have safe travels wherever your final destination.
Oh, I shouldn't have taken that backpack off.
For the latest travel information, be sure to check the departure and arrival boards, conveniently located throughout the spaceport.
All right, I'm gonna moving stuff around, so we're actually gonna take a tractor beam and
It takes all of us working together to keep our corps safe and secure. Be vigilant and report possible threats every time. Thank you for visiting Arcorp, Stanton's capital of commerce. Whatever your transaction, we wish you a beneficial and prosperous stay.
Alrighty. So I'm taking the S71
Be sure to check the
um,
and arrival boards
because it's awesome, but also because instead of having a semi-auto or a full automatic rifle, I want to take the semi and then just have a full automatic pistol instead. And if I take the multi-tool medical attachment, then I don't need a medical tool. I think we can find that though. Don't need to take that actually. All right, got the goods. Let's get over to Seraphim.
We hope you have safe travels wherever your final destination may be.
Inventory is loading so much faster. I hate the inventory. I'm so sick of it. I'm so over it. I'm ready for whatever they have next. I just hate how hard it is to find the things you have. And the Knickknacks app. This one, the one that nobody ever uses. This drives me nuts. It's like if I want to find a thing, this doesn't tell me where it is. It only tells me what's in places, which I don't look for. I'm not looking to see, oh, what's at R-Corp? I'm looking to see where is that component. All right, do we have anything stored here? the Star Runner, of course. That makes tons of sense. How about we just take that over to Seraphim?
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
All right, let's see. It looks like got the activity channel and the mission channel. I'll go stay there in preparation.
Please visit us again.
How many ships you got? Quite a few, although a lot of those aren't my ships. Some of those are like, I don't know, attributed for this patch for some reason. Some of those are loaners. Well, okay, those actually count as ships. I actually don't know how many ships we have, to be quite honest, because they give loaners that don't equal the ship that you're supposed to have, and it gets confusing. Oh yeah, free fly ships. Just add a search bar. The inventory they were going to add with the freight elevators they tossed. I did not like that. They just need to go back to the PMA. What? There's no reason to do anything else. Just give us the PMA. It's fine. It works great. And we already had it.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on.
What ship am I using? Well, I'm just flying from one place to another right now. I'm in MSR.
Engines on. Launch complete.
Surprised that they did the inventory drawer thing and then scrapped it and still haven't gone back to it. They only scrapped it because it wasn't what they actually wanted to do.
Landing gear.
What do you mean I lack vision? They scrapped it for the same reason they scrapped hover mode, because it's temporary, and they decided it wasn't worth the trouble. Well, that's my belief. for disabling ships. We'll be using a variety of ships, but they'll have distortion weapons on them to make sure that they don't get destroyed. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have gone all the way to Area 18. You know, it can be fun to disable and board ships to steal their cargo, but it is not fun to be on the receiving end of it. Short of Alt F4 and changing server to force a new session, how do we defend? Little detail.
Engage. Quantum travel.
NPCs can't Alt F4. Whoa! Somebody just chilling with an open C1 here? Okay, let's try this again. Do I recommend upgrading from the C1 to the Zeus Mark II? I'm biased, and I'm going to say no. I really love the C1. It's, I love that ship. I love the size. I think the Zeus is a great ship too, but I think the C1 also really fits a nice spot for itself. Just to be clear, my reaction or my response to that was that NPCs don't Alt F4. We're not pirating, folks. Stealing doesn't mean taking from innocent people. We are killing NPC pirates and taking the loot from their ships. Nobody's getting attacked. Bryce, I'm very interested in what you meant by your comment. Was that regarding the inventory? How has 4.1.1 improved on 4.1? I mean, it runs better. I haven't noticed. I don't know. I couldn't tell you specifically how it's improved just yet. I was still having problems with missions in Pyro. Looking forward to the possibility of the raiding orgs like Rust and Arc. I'm not that interested in org v org stuff. It'll happen. We'll defend our ground, but I'm mainly a PvE, you know, go up against the game systems kind of person. What's the state of the game right now? Is it playable? It's playable. Got its problems. It's got its annoyances for sure. It is playable right now though. For the inventory, just going back to what there was. Why is that no vision though? Doesn't that make sense? For us to have a physical representation of our body that doesn't take us out of third person, because Star Citizen wants to be a first person immersive game, but also still shows you your own body so that you can benefit from seeing what you're equipping, and it hooks into whatever your local inventory is. If anything, I think that's the most vision. What's your alternative? Your Connie got one-shotted by an eclipse the other day? Jeez. Shields on or off? When was the last time they updated the inventory system to something better? I mean, the inventory system improved. The one we have now is way better than the one we had in 3.15. You can search, you can filter, you can click to equip, you can shift click to move. Like, it's got functionalities that the first one, what was that? Third one? Didn't have when they first released it. The problem with it right now is that it uses it doesn't use the system that CIG believes in, which is you're playing in an immersive first-person game. There shouldn't be third-person cameras taking you out of that experience. And to have an inventory where you get out, you press the inventory button, and then immediately the camera puts you through the wall or something like this. This isn't Star Citizen. Why would we stick to an inventory like this? Why would we have a third-person camera that you can go and use to look around a corner or see through a wall? Give me something. Tell me a better solution than going back to a holographic display of us. Seraphine. Oh, that wasn't as long a jump as I thought it would be. Shields on, size 9 torpedo.
Engaged.
Jesus.
Quantum travel complete.
Random Connie floating out there. You're looking at things in a positive light. Let's agree that the inventory is one of the worst in modern gaming.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
I love that. I'm looking at this in a positive light. Let's just settle on the fact that this is the worst possible implementation. That was a good one. Stacks often don't work. Takes forever to load. Laggy things disappear. Yeah.